Hey guys, welcome back to the J2 channel, and this is your match review of Chelsea 2, Tottenham 0. And I've got to say, guys, what a win that was. I'm proud of the boys tonight. I'm proud of Thomas Tuchel, and just what a manager he is in general. And today we just dominated Spurs, man. We bullied Spurs. That's the best way to describe it. We bullied Spurs. It was just a nice, comfortable, easy win today. I mean, that first half, I'll get to it. We'll get to the second half. We'll get into all of that good stuff and the lineup as well, which interesting changes and a debate before the game started. Oh, what formation are we playing? Or how are we looking here? Which player's going where? Blah blah blah. All of that jazz. And yeah, just like, comment, subscribe, turn those post notifications, follow my social media down below. And yeah, let's do this. Obviously, Chelsea played with a, you know what? Off the ball, we played a 3-5-2. On the ball, we played a 4-2-2. So we had a Kepa in goal. We had a back four of Alonso, Rudiger, Malang Sarr, and Cesar Azpilicueta. Obviously, Rudiger right-sided centre-back. Sarr left side of the defence with Alonso, and then Rudiger with Azpilicueta. And then we had a double pivot, the first pivot of Jorginho and Saul. And then we had another pivot who sort of had the freedom today, whether they wanted to go inside, whether they wanted to go outside. Ziyech was doing more of the outside, and Mount was doing the infield number 8. So it was them as a pair, Ziyech and Mount. And then we had up top of Lukaku and Kai Havertz. And I just want to say, it's funny how on the ball played a 4-2-2, and we showed Ralph Rangnick's United that's how you play with a 4-2-2. Just saying. I mean, I've seen Man United play with a 4-2-2 and they've looked horrible. But, Tommy Tuchel, the tactical genius, apparently Ralph Rangnick's dad used this formation, and look how we performed tonight on the ball. Absolutely fantastic. And then off the ball, what we've done is Mount and Saul and Jorginho were a pair. Well, were three. We had Alonso wing back. We had Rudiger in the middle of the defence. We had Azpilicueta right-sided centre-backs. Sarr's left-sided centre-back. And Ziyech was the one who went inside to be the right wing-back today. He was absolutely brilliant defensively as well. So yeah, let's just get into that first half. And like I was saying, we bullied Spurs. We forced them to make mistakes. And you know what? You've got to consider the fact that, yes, Spurs tonight were an absolute joke. They were a disgrace tonight. They were an absolute disgrace tonight. That does not look like a team that want to win this trophy. Considering that team they parted there today, that's arguably their strongest team. Bar a few players like Reguilon in for Doherty. Dyer is in for one of either, I don't know, take a pick, Tanganga or Davinson Sanchez. Other than that, they're the first choice right wing back. They're their first choice midfielders, from what I've seen, Højbjerg and Skip. They're their best front three. They're their first choice goalkeeper. They had Ben Davies, who's been playing that left centre back role since Conte's coming. So they pretty much had 95% of their team that was their strongest team. And they were a joke tonight. That front three did absolutely nothing, to the point where, they had to change formation in the second half and looked a little bit better with intensity. But Chelsea, that first half, were pressing them high. Ziyech, Lukaku, Kai Havertz, Mason Mount pressing them high. Some of the football we're playing, the triangles, the diagonal switches, all of that. Like, absolutely fantastic. Like, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was seeing Saul actually get on the ball, move it quick enough, going forward, spraying those passes. Ziyech with that free roll, dropping in between an 8, going onto the right wing, receiving the ball, taking players on, cutting in, crossing inside, creating chances. Mason Mount in that 8 roll, dropping deeper, going infield as an 8, further as a 10, all of that stuff. Like, the fluidity of the team today, it's like the players just understood what the instructions were, considering we've never, ever started a game with 4 at the back. A 4-2-2 is not an easy formation to play in today's game. It isn't, but we made it look so easy, and it felt like Tottenham was surprised by our tactics tonight. Conte was surprised by our tactics tonight, and I think that threw them off, and I think that's why they played so badly. But at the same time, I think we made them play so badly. You saw for the first goal, early on, we're pressing them high. Marcus Alonso as the left back, going very high to press. Because obviously off the ball, we're playing a 3-5-2. So it was affordable to see Sarr, Aspi as the 2 centre-backs press high. Also when, they got the ball into our third. But you saw when we were in their half, near their 18-yard box. Mate, Ziyech and Alonso pressing high, and he got the ball, won the ball back of Emerson Royale, and Tottenham playing out the back this whole game, especially in that first half, just kept on panicking. Hence, we kept on winning the ball back every single time, from minute 1 all the way till the end. And obviously, he wins the ball back, he slots in Kai Havertz, he's in on goal, he shoots and scores. It deflects off Davinson Sanchez. People are trying to say it was an own goal. It wasn't an own goal. It's a Kai Havertz goal. And yeah, it was very well deserved. We started off with a high intensity, high pressing, moving the ball quickly. from playing out from the back, Kepa giving it the ball to the centre backs, moving it quickly, giving it to the midfielders, you're dropping in the pockets, going out wide, taking players on. Jorginho and Saul just dictating and controlling that midfield. I mean, Højbjerg and Skip tonight, I had to do a lot of running, and they just kept on chasing like headless chickens, and they just controlled the midfield tonight. And obviously, just tactically, Tuchel had this team on lock. Just had this team on lock. He let Mount and Ziyech in ways do what they want. Do you want to run in behind? Do you want to drop deep? Do you want to go out wide? Where do you want to receive the ball? You knew Saul tonight was playing that box-to-box role. That's his best position. And clearly tonight, he was so, so good. Like, one of my man of the matches. It's between him and Ziyech for me, just to give you guys a clue, because I thought those two tonight, as much as Lukaku was a talking point, as much as Lukaku was the big, big talking point, for me, he didn't do anything tonight. He didn't do anything tonight, Lukaku. I didn't think he'd done enough anyway. But it wasn't him who got his redemption tonight. It was Ziyech and Saul, and especially Saul, who was so, so good tonight. And yeah, we just kept on controlling the game. Passing it out from the back, getting in behind Tottenham's midfield with ease, just dominating it. Because technically, we had four midfielders in the middle of the park today. We had Jorginho and Saul, and then Ziyech and Mount wanted to drop in at times and get in behind. And Højbjerg and Skip were struggling for days. And that's what made us create chances time after time after time again. Should have scored more. Lukaku had a chance. Ziyech down that right-hand side. You see, when I saw Ziyech was going to be playing right wing in a back four, I was like, he's going to cook tonight. I was like, he's going to cook tonight because he's playing in his best position. And no wonder. He was actually given man of the match officially. And I don't mind that either, because he was absolutely brilliant defensively and offensively. When we had to drop in as a 3-5-2, when Tottenham were trying to target him down the right-hand side, he was winning tackles. He was winning interceptions as well. Absolutely brilliant. And then spraying the counter and starting them off as well. And yeah, Saul in the middle of the park, winning slide tackle after slide tackle after slide tackle. Jorginho helping out, winning his ground duels as well. Mason Mount dropping in to help out with the pressing as well. And it was just, everything just worked tonight. Like, everyone done their job tonight. And I'm very happy to see that. And yeah, Tottenham, they did nothing in that half other than what? Maybe the scary thought of when they crossed the ball in, a header happened, and then Kepa caught it, and then he let go of it. I mean, that was the only scary moment of that half for us. And Spurs did Spurs were an absolute joke. Like, I don't think you guys understand. They were a flipping joke that half. So, yeah, that was the first half done. Nice, easy, comfortable, popping the ball about, and then I've got to talk about the second goal before I move on to the second half. Goodness me, fam. I didn't even celebrate. I just laughed my head off. That was so flipping funny. That honestly was so Spurs. That goal just that goal represented Spurs' performance. It represented Spurs as a club, and it's just Spursy. It's just Spursy. It's just Tottenham. It's literally just Tottenham, And yeah, it's madness. But yeah, Ziyech puts the ball in because obviously we had a free kick. He puts the ball in. Tanganga, he tries to clear it out. It hits Davis, and then it goes in. Honestly, that's just funny. I'm just thinking of the goal now. It's actually hilarious. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was just like, wow. Just wow. And yeah, that second goal happened. And then obviously, half-time, 2-0, comfortable. You expect the same in the second half. And it was sort of the same, just with a bit more intensity, because obviously Spurs upped the levels a bit, but they had to, because their levels and their quality in that first half was just zero. It was in fact minus. It was minus 100. That's how bad they were. So they couldn't have had a worse second half, Spurs. And they changed the formation. They went for it at the back, I think. It was interesting to see Son wide left, Kane got into the game just a bit more, dropping deep, spraying some passes, but Ndombele came on as well as a sub. I mean, yeah, Spurs upped it a bit, but it wasn't like, they created abundance of chances. Kepa had nothing to do tonight, but just get the ball, spray it about, long balls, short to Rudiger or Sarr. Spurs didn't know whether to press or not at times, and it looked like they were confused. And I felt like we had something to do with that, because I think tactically, I think Tuchel surprised Conte, and that is why Tuchel's such a good manager. He's so flexible. He's so adaptable. And one thing I always said about Tuchel when he came into this club is he can change formation. And you know what? Has it taken longer than I expected for him to start with a back four? Yeah, it did. I didn't expect him to I thought he would have started with a back four a lot sooner. Not saying there's anything wrong with the back three, just to be a bit more adaptable, just to attack with a bit more venom against, the smaller teams, for example. But we done it against a good team in Tottenham tonight, They're arguably their best team tonight, and we just dominated. And in that second half, we're just creating chances for galores. And obviously, Kai Havertz, He had to go off. He had hurt his finger. He had it strapped, so he hurt it. Timo Werner came on in the second half, very good in the second half, getting into really good positions, getting in behind, linking up with Lukaku well as well, linking up with Ziyech and Mason Mount, who were the 8s, 10s, wingers, whatever you want to call them. And yeah, he created a few chances, but one couple negatives I just want to speak about before we end it. I think there's only three. For me, one, Aspilicueta. Look, he's injured again, and this is where Chelsea now need to go into the market. They need to go into the market ASAP. We need wing backs. We need fullbacks. We have no defender right now that can play right centre back. We've got no one. Chalobah's injured, Aspie's injured, and Christensen's injured. And then you've got no one that can play right wing back except for two wingers in Pulisic and Hudson-Odoi because Reece James is out for 3 months and Aspie's just gone off injured as well. So Chelsea ASAP need to delve deep into the market because next week I refuse to be playing Spurs and Man City without wing backs, full backs, defenders. I refuse. Okay, Chelsea need to make a move right now in the market because because Thiago Silva and Kante as well, they got COVID today as well, unfortunately. So yeah, obviously another negative. I'd probably say we should have scored more tonight. The fact that it's 2-0, yes, we dominated, we were so good tonight, but at the same time, it will still give Tottenham a chance in the second leg to get at least 2 goals. This tie is not over yet. As much as it was a nice, easy, comfortable win, Tottenham did nothing. They'll raise their level at Spurs. And to be honest, I already thought of this. I don't think we'll win both legs. I think we'll go through, but I do not think we'll win both legs. I don't think we're going to win at Spurs. So if we don't win at Spurs, hopefully it's like a boring 0-0 or an entertaining 3-3. I couldn't really care less, to be honest with you. But yeah, that's probably another negative. Ziyech should have scored at least twice tonight. Werner had a couple good chances. Lukaku had a couple good chances as well. Mason Mount had a couple good chances. Kai Havertz as well. So it felt like we should have scored more tonight. Should have at least been 5 for me tonight. But yeah, it's good to see us create chances and stuff like that. And another negative, probably Lukaku. I mean, I didn't think he was great tonight. I didn't. I mean, it was supposed to be his redemption night, but it looks like the redemption was for the likes of Saul and Ziyech. And yeah, that's really it on Lukaku. I'll delve deep into all the players in the player ratings video, but I'd like to give a shout out to Saul today. Everywhere today. Slide tackles, stand tackles, running with the ball, finding good passes. You know, even took shots on even though they were blocked. I thought the guy was just so good tonight. And probably for me, my man of the match. I know Ziyech as well. Fair play to him as well. Credit to Saar as well at the back. I know he got a yellow card. But to be honest with you, I thought he was absolutely brilliant as well. I just thought everyone today was good. And Tuchel made the right subs at the right time for me as well. You know, brought on Ruben on his return as well. He handled the game very well tactically and all of that shabazz. And nothing really much happened in the second half. We created loads of chances again. We didn't take them. Spurs barely did. I mean, they got into the game a bit with more control and possession at times. And the only best chance they had was towards the end of the game when Hill skinned Pulisic and Kepa had to make a good save. And that was really it. So, yeah, guys, tell me your thoughts down below on the game. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, follow my social media down below. And, yeah, I'll see you lot in my player ratings video. Peace.